Hello and welcome to another Trinity Teachings, lesson 3.6. This one is Alchemy, read. Again, from the Grimoire, the Princess Wizard spectrum of stuff. Okay, first off, Alchemy. I don't know too much about this subject, let alone, although probably many who practice this aren't anymore. Chemistry is basically, alchemy is probably basically chemistry mixed with magic. You could say it's basically magical chemistry, you could say. The original goal of an alchemist back in old medieval times was to turn base metals, basically lead, into gold, and to discover the elixir of life, known as also as the Philosopher's Stone. And if you've ever watched Fullmetal Alchemist, yes, that is true, the Philosopher's Stone does exist. However, the stuff that they do in there is a complete fantastical version of the reality of it. It's basically science, and actually the base of modern science today. There's still some stuff you could learn from alchemy, however. It's colorful fire, which is learned from it, which is basically taking certain chemicals and throwing them in the fire. Let's see. It gives you a foundation of chemistry. I would say that it mixes a bit into wort cunning, but some herbs they use in most effects, it's actually mostly done with metals, certain things. For example, let's see here. Here we go. The colored smoke, it also can change the color of fire. Let's see, to get, for example, for colored smokes, if you want to change the smoke color, let's see, some charcoal over a flame, and then you would see for red you would add I'm not sure what that is. Here you go. For yellow, you would add magnesium, bismuth peroxide, or potassium bichromate. Red or green to green, iodine. Blue, you use indigo dye, and for white, you use zinc dust. See what I mean? There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of different things you can do with making invisible ink. There's a lot of different things you could do. Looking at a recipe book right now, see, for colored fire, let's see. Say for green fire, you need add 1 teaspoon of boric acid, then more to a pint of methanol alcohol. Keep it sealed until ready to, put it in the fire. See, there's a lot of different tricks you could do. I admit, it's an interesting science and an interesting skill. But in the long run, not too many do it nowadays. But I admit you can do some cool things with it. So it's not a dead science, I guess you could call it, but it is the birth for modern chemistry and science. So in a way it actually has its purpose in life, and it's one of those things from Wicca, witchcraft and all that have actually given birth to more modern things. And given birth to things outside of what they're practicing. For example, divination and tarot cards are actually not just used by Wiccans and that. They're used by non-Wiccans. They're used, actually, some medical health professionals use them. I've actually read on that one. I think Sigmund Freud tried at one point in time. But anyway, and divination and stuff like that has been used for years. And for years, alchemists, and actually a lot of scientific discoveries nowadays actually can be attributed to alchemy. Liquid oxygen was an accident created, and actually all the stuff created wasn't even on purpose. A lot of it was just a pure accident from trying to turn lead to gold. I know it's an original fruitless aspect, but hey, it gave birth to a lot of interesting things. You can look into more on alchemy online. I don't know a whole hell of a lot on alchemy. It's just the spectrum part I thought I should cover, kind of like Conjury, but in Conjury, there's not much to speak of. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Keep learning. Leave your questions, comments, like always. Thank you very much, and until next time, keep learning. Goodbye.